Hi, I'm Sam, and this is Peepy Lore. Before we begin this video, I want to give a brief disclaimer and say that everything in this video is a theory. I don't actually know if any of this is true. This is just what I personally think, and you can believe it if you want to. So let's start from the beginning of a Peepy's life, the larva stage. The larva stage is definitely the most important. This is because depending on how a larva is cared for in its youth, it can grow up to become a variety of different things. In the case of a larva being poorly cared for, it will become a peewee. Peewees are a slightly more grown larva that weren't properly cared for in the larva stage. Because of this, they are unable to grow past this point. Papupi, who is a later stage in Peepy's lives, cares for the larva. But if for whatever reason the Papupi decides to abandon the larva, it will become a peewee. Peewees are honestly just useless garbage that no one cares about. Like, no one likes this guy. Next are the Series X OuiOuis. Larvae grow into Series X OuiOuis due to some unknown mutation that can occur in the larva stage. Some Series X OuiOuis look pretty normal, while for others, that's not quite the case. It's unclear whether Series X OuiOuis grow into anything or if this is their final stage of growth. But it does seem likely that there's something that they could become after this stage. Next are the regular OuiOuis. Larvae grow into regular OuiOuis, which include OuiOuis from Series 1, 2, and 3 if they are well cared for in the larva stage. OuiOuis begin to commit crimes at a young age, but not nearly as much as full-grown peepys do. OuiOuis are cared for by Papupis until they eventually grow up to become peepys. Next is Peepy. Peepy is the adult version of a larva, and by far the stage that we know the most about. Peepys are well known for enjoying peanuts and committing crimes. From a Peepy's description on its itemLabel page, we can see that it's out on bail and ready to come to your house. Crimes that Peepy has committed include, but are not limited to, piracy, evading a parole officer, and the main crime that it commits, theft. Some of the things that Peepy has stolen are peanuts, tax returns, cryptocurrency, and an entire boat, I guess? When you're buying a Peepy, I assume you're paying its bail to get it out of prison for the various terrible crimes that it's committed, but with all of this information, I'm not really sure if you want this guy in your house. Next is Mega Peepy. Mega Peepy is pretty much just a regular Peepy, but a lot bigger. They seem to be a mutated version of a regular Peepy, similar to how the Series X OuiOuis are a mutated version of the larva. It's unclear whether Mega Peepys behave any differently than regular Peepys do, or if they're literally just a bigger version of regular Peepys. Lastly, we have Papupi. Papupis are the oldest stage in a Peepy's life. At this point, they've retired their life of crime and have settled down to raise OuiOuis. It's unclear whether they lay eggs in this stage or the Peepy stage, because they are reptiles, believe it or not. Papupis are known to be somewhat lazy sometimes, which might be why some larvae aren't cared for well and become peewees. And that's all for Peepy Lore. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, and if you want to see more itemLabel videos in the future, make sure to subscribe. But with all that said, thank you for watching, and goodbye.